So this is Sarah Porter with Goodrich's Maple Farm. Today we're going to be making like a maple cream cheese filled crepe with fresh berries and blueberry sauce. So I'm going to start by making the blueberry sauce. In my pot here I have a stick of butter. And I like to make a little bit extra because we like to do a few other dishes with the blueberry sauce. So we won't use all this for the crepes, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start by just putting on like a medium heat. This will take a little bit, so I like to start this ahead of time. So medium heat, and then you can go ahead and just throw the blueberries in now. And I have about a quart of frozen blueberries. I like to go and pick lots of blueberries in the summertime. And then we can make awesome stuff like this when we don't have fresh berries available. So I'm going to let this kind of just go on medium heat until it starts to melt and simmer, and then I'll turn the heat down to low. And then about halfway through, I will add maple syrup, and it makes just a really good blueberry, buttery maple syrup that we like to put on everything. So I will show you more when it's ready. Okay, so this is after about 15 minutes. It's just starting to bubble a little bit, so I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit to low. And then I have about a cup of maple syrup here. I'm using the very dark strong just to give it the most maple flavor I can. So I'm going to pour that in. I'll squeeze that out in a minute. I'm just going to stir it up. And we're just going to let that simmer for a little while. And we're going to come over here. In this bowl I have a half a cup of heavy cream. And then in this bowl, I have 1 block of cream cheese softened to room temperature, and about a cup of maple sugar. We're going to pour that in. This heavy cream, we're going to whip it up until it peaks. And then we're going to mix up the cream cheese and maple sugar until it's well blended. And then we're going to fold the heavy cream and the cream cheese together. So I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Okay, so we've whipped the heavy cream until it peaks. Looks like that. And then here we have our maple cream cheese. I did use a little bit more maple than I did last time. The last time I tried it, it just seemed kind of bland. So last time I used about a half a cup of the maple sugar, and then I used more heavy cream, according to another recipe. I didn't much care for it. It was too bland, too whippy. So I guess if you like more of a whipped cream taste, you can add more heavy cream, less maple sugar. But here in the porterhouse, we like more maple, and we like a lot of it. So this is why I changed this up a little bit. And so now we're going to fold the two in together. So I'll show you what that looks like when that's done. This is what it looks like all mixed together. And it's pretty good. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to cover it up and put it in the fridge until we're ready to use it for the next step. So this is the crepe recipe. I forgot to film the actual making of it, but I took a cup of flour, mixed in 2 eggs, and then I added a half a cup of milk and a half a cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And you just whisk it together until you get your batter. Then you put it in the pan, you cook it until it's nice and golden brown on the one side, and about 30 seconds on the other side, and then we'll put them together. So now we have our stuffing station here. We got our cream cheese mixture, strawberries, blueberries, and our blueberry sauce in our crepe. Let me get we're just gonna fill up the crepe a little bit here. That. And roll it up. That. And I'm gonna do another one. And we can put berries on it. You can put berries in the middle too. And some fresh blueberries. And then we take our blueberry maple syrup stuff and just drizzle it on top.